Yo, what's up, guys? Shoney Bravo here, coming at you with another video. Today we're gonna be doing my second place Plunder Patrol deck profile. I took this to locals today. Went 3-1. My matchups were I played Bird, a B Bird. I played like a Zombie World deck. Beat them. I lost to Sword Soul in the finals, and the other deck I played was Invoked, Dogmatica Invoked with the hero stuff. So, with that being said, let's get to it. Start with the main deck here. 3 White Beard, the best monster. 3 Red Beard. 3 Golden Hair. 3 Ravenclaw. This card is so crazy. A card that this deck really needed. I'm glad it came out of Light and Overdrive. Card's crazy. It helps you replenish your resources to get your monster's effect off on your opponent's turn. Card's really good. And 3 Blue Beard. That's it for the. So I just played 3 of all the plunders. You kind of need to. You need the names. I've seen people play 2 Redbeard. I mean, which is okay, I guess. But I feel more comfortable playing 3 of each plunder. To the other cards of the deck. I played 3 Kaijus. I was playing this going second. I did plan on going taking a lot of this deck. Changes I would make. I would play just instead of just playing the different attributes, fire, dark, light, like I did. I would just play 3 dark, honestly, because you get to dark, and you put the dark on the side of the field and use your plunder effects. You can get Moark, and Moark can take care of the Kaiju on the side of the field. There were a couple times where I Kaiju my opponent, and I didn't really have with these two, and I didn't really have a way to get the Kaiju on board. We posed a bit of a problem, but not too much. But in the future, I would just run 3 of the Dark Kaiju. And for hand traps, we main deck 3 Nib. Card was super crazy, and 3 Ash. Ash is just generic. It's good against. I don't say anything, but it hits a card in every deck. It's not the best versus Sword Soul, but with fusion decks running around everywhere, and especially in my locals, I feel like I have a pretty competitive locals. Ash is just always good. And 3 Nib. I think main deck and Nib in this deck is super necessary. Because you nibbed them, whatever, and the token is light, so that gives you a play with lists on your turn, and so that's really good. All right. That is it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells. We have 3 of the field spell. Best card in the deck. Hands down, best card in the deck. This does everything for this deck. It searches out what you need. It lets you discard like a White Beard to practice just the cost, so you can plus off of that. And the best part is the plus 500 it gives for every plunder in your plunder card in your spell and trap card zone. Your plunder patrol cards get really big, and you're really hard to deal with after a while. If you get, I feel like once this deck gets going, it's really hard. It's really tough to stop. Really tough to stop. And this just helps it get going. And the effect, its graveyard effect to bounce back a plunder and set it is so good. I did that like 4 or 5 times per match. I feel like in the games I was winning. It's super good. Best card in the deck, hands down. I wish it was like a super or something, but maybe one day. For the other plunder spells, we played 2 Emblem and 1 Ship Shapes. Emblem's really good. Emblem, for guys that don't know, the Plunder Patrol monsters can only tag out into attributes of monsters in your opponent's field or your opponent's graveyard. But Emblem lets you use the attributes in your graveyard and on your field. So that comes up pretty good. And Ship Shapes is just here. 1 is a name, and 2 we want it in the graveyard. This is strictly here for disc golf hider. I feel like I never ever use this to fuse with summon lists. Use one in graveyard. When it's in graveyard, you banish it from your grave, and you can equip a plunder monster you control with emblem or with the plunder with a plunder monster in your deck. But nine times out of 10, we're just gonna equip emblem. That's it for the plunder spells. Next we have 3 chalice. If I'm making a change to this deck, it's this. I got caught with while I was putting the deck together. I got caught between putting 3 chalice or 3 dark ruler no mores, and I think I would prefer dark rulers over chalice. Chalice was okay, but it just against the Sword Soul player. If I had dark ruler, I'm probably winning that game. Honestly, he just only had 1 chalice, and he had a lot of stuff going. And I had a lot of stuff going, and I didn't draw my kaijus or anything. So it was really tough to play through and try to get something set up. So, but I think Dark Ruler would have done wonders. It would have cut his interactions off. So, but Chalice is okay. But if I do make a change, when I do make a change, I'm going to put in Dark Rulers over Chalice. And then the next 4 cards just consist 2 Desires, 1 Terraforming, and 1 Called by the Grave. Called by, super good. As you guys know, if you don't know, all of the Plunder Patrol extra deck monster effects, searching is a part of them. It's all one effect. The banish and then the search is it's all one effect. So if they ash it turns your whole effect off, which is really, really bad. Ash is definitely the best hand trap against this deck. So we just have Call by here to counteract that. Honestly, if I draw a Call by, I feel like I'm winning 100%. And the last 3 cards in the deck is 3 Plunder Patrol Booty. Against that bird matchup, this was the absolute MVP of that matchup. Card is super necessary against birds because their only attribute is wind. Most like 95% of their deck is wind. Omens are dark and Zeus is a light. But I feel like once they get that far, they're already kind of losing. So having this card set up, it's a call on a hunted. It brings back a plunder from your grave, and it also changes the attribute of a monster that they control, and it really just allows you to play. Card's super good. I debated playing 2 or 3. I decided to go 3, and I'm really happy I decided to go 3. Card is super duper crazy. And that is it for the main deck. Main deck is 40 cards. Let's get to the extra here. For the links, we have 1 Almirage. Really good in this deck. You normal summon Golden Hair. So 1 card. So 1 card is this guy. 1 card Blackbeard. Because Golden Hair, you normal summon, put it in grave, go for Almirage. And then use the Golden Hair effect, discard a card, and special summon it from graveyard. Golden Hair is really, really good. 3 Blackbeard. 3 is a must. It is a must. Most important card in your extra deck, I feel like. It has the same tag out effect as Redbeard and Whitebeard. But when this one tags out, this can tag out on your turn. So I do that a lot in the battle phase to get extra damage in. And it allows you to draw a card once you use this effect, which is super duper good. And the last 2 links, we have Unicorn and we have Access Code. I did not go into these at all during the tournament, but I feel like they're necessary. I'm not necessary, but I like them. I like having them. I like knowing I have another way to push for game. So that is it for the links. For the XEs, we have one shark, 1 toad. When opponent forces you to go first, this deck doesn't do a lot going first, not gonna lie. But ideally you end on Toad and you end on Blackbeard. That's the with a plunder in hand and some hand traps. So that's a part of that. 2 Moark. Moark really, really good. What it does, you target an effect monster your opponent controls, discard a plunder card. And you banish that monster, and then you get to add a plunder spell or trap. So this is another way you can search out the the field spell if you don't have it, or anything like that. Super good. I always try to hard make at least one more the game if it comes up. Because the effect that people don't know about, if a Plunder Patrol card you control would be destroyed, you can just detach a material from this instead. So it's like a Dengirsu for your Plunders. Really good. And the last one is Zeus. I did not go into Zeus at all. It didn't come up, but running the 5 ACs here, I feel like Zeus is very necessary as an option to go into. Is it for the XCs? And the last 4 cards, well, last 3 cards, I'm sorry. Oh wait, did I mess up? Oh, I didn't, I'm sorry. Last 4 cards that we have is 2 Brand and 2 Lists. Brand's super crazy. He's another reason why your plunders get really big. He gives 500 attack for every other fiend monster on the field, like other than itself. No, that's a lie. He gives 500 attack to every other fiend monster. Yes, which is super good. Make sure this, along with the field spell, your Plunder Patrol cards just get really big and really tough to deal with. And List is a monster negate. The thing I like about List that I wish was a factor with every other Plunder card, with Brand and with Mowork, they have to be attached to with a Plunder card has to be attached to them for their effects to be a quick effect. But List does not have that. List does not have that issue. His effect's a quick effect every time. Doesn't need extra attachments. But the thing is with List, if he's not attached with the Plunder card, you don't get the search off of his effect. Which, I mean, it's fair. I wish the other Plunders had that clause where they were a quick effect. But if they weren't equipped, you just don't get the search. But yes, that's the deck. Again, we went 3-1 at this tournament. Not too bad. I only played this deck because I had a friend of mine talking crazy to me, telling me how the deck wasn't good. So I had to, went up to the proof point. But that's it for the video, guys. Like and subscribe. Bravo, YGO out.